Communication, finding common interests, never giving up on your relationship, and making sure that you avoid divorce as much as possible are some of those top secrets as far as keeping a happy and healthy relationship is concerned. And we've been talking about this like for a whole month straight, trying as much as possible to give you the tips on how you can actually maintain your relationship, try as much as possible to make yourselves happy, you and your spouse. But of course, never forget that it is a double effort. You and your sweetheart always have to put in the energy to make sure this happens. As long as it is one person struggling to make this happen, things will never balance up. But of course, today I have chosen to wind up on this entire topic in a very, very special way, because I believe we've come to a point where we should now be in position to understand all these elements into details. But just like we used to go to school, ebintu byabanga birungi nnyo nga mugenzeko ne mu laboratory, and then you experience the practical bit of how sugar is made, how certain salts are made and stuff like that. And that's what I want to do today about this whole topic, because with me, I have a couple straight from the UK that is none other than Jackie Onai with her husband, Gio Gabriel. These two are a very, very happy couple. I just love the way they interact. I love the way they do things. These two are always together, just like love is supposed to be. And when I met them the first time, interacted with them, they told me one of the goals or one of the reasons as to why they are in Uganda and Africa is to spread the gospel of love. So I was like, why not on the glory of love? So count yourself among one of those lucky people who are going to experience the true replica of a true relationship, a very happy and healthy relationship. Otherwise, this is the glory of love like usual. Saturdays, we are always here to bring you nothing but good info as far as love is concerned. And my name is MC Sugar, the King of Hearts, your love doctor every single Saturday, right here on Magic One TV to bring you nothing but love and love and love alone. Without wasting so much time, I want us to go straight and meet Gio and Jackie, because there's just so much they have to tell you guys. I don't know if time will really allow us today. Max, you're going to help me create some extra time so that I want to get every bit of what Gio and Jackie use as their mojo to keep a happy and healthy relationship. Lovers of love, and of course the chronics of the glory of love, we are right here in my discussion room. And of course, like I told you earlier on, yes, Gio and Jackie officially. I want to ask them to introduce themselves one time.
Hey, I'm Jackie Onai.
I'm Gio Gabriel.
Yes.
Okay. Ushering you on my set, we already have what they have called pink lemon right here, and I want us to have a sip of this right away to welcome you officially.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Very nice.
Really nice.
Really nice.
Yep. Okay. They call it pink Sprite. Yes, I've never seen Sprite pink.
It's beautiful though.
Yeah, but,
This was the first time.
Very beautiful.
Yeah.
Straight to what we are discussing today. Jackie and Gio have been talking about secrets to happy and healthy relationships for almost a month. And most of the things I've been talking about sounded so theoretical that sometimes I'll be looked at like a preacher, just talking about things that I don't really see practically done.
Yeah.
I believe those must be some of the few things that have kept you happy.
Yeah, definitely.
And before I ask you on the specifics of some of the things that we've hinted on for the past 1 month, I just want you to first tell me about your story. How did you two meet?
So we actually met through mutual friends.
Okay.
They basically put on a dinner. It was from church. We went to dinner to their house.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there, actually. It was just me, because obviously I hadn't met him yet. So I go into their house, and then I'm sitting there, and I hear a loud voice walking in.
Okay.
In fact, I heard the voice before I saw the person. I heard the voice before I saw the person.
The voice hit your ears
differently.
Okay.
So then he walks in and he's like, yeah, you know. So I'm like, who's this loud person we started talking and we talked and we talked, and I was like, actually, he's a decent person, you know?
Okay.
So we talked all the way through 3 months. We were still talking and courting and, you know, getting to know each other. But after 3 months, we actually got engaged.
Wow.
Yeah, and
That
then
was super fast.
It was super fast.
Okay.
We actually knew that this is what we wanted. So a year later, we got married,
Okay.
and now 14 years later, we are still together with 2 children.
14 years.
Can I
That is very
interject?
hard. I'm coming to you. I'll give you a little more. You know, 14 years looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's not easy. I've seen couples that barely can't even last for a year. Now, one of the things that easily gets people together, we have the attraction stages and so many things that happen right there. What was so special about Jackie, Jill?
I think one of the things was she possesses inner beauty.
Okay.
So for me, I saw something really rare in her that I had not seen in other women. She had that inner, she's very gorgeous, she's attractive, she's a beautiful woman externally, but also she possesses inner beauty that drew me in.
I want you to break it down for me, like someone who literally may not understand what you call inner beauty. Just like 2, 3 things.
Spirit, the human spirit,
Character.
the character, you know. If you're a fake, if you're phony, if you're selfish, if you're lousy, those are the things that speak out at people. Yeah.
How did you manage to see her inner beauty? Because someone said, it's going to take me so long to see her inner beauty.
So I say this personally, the external, you should be attracted to the external.
Yeah.
Especially us men, we're very visual,
Yeah.
no doubt. But also, over the years, as a man, as you start to mature, you should really start to do your due diligence and sit down and study a person's character. Ask questions. What are you about? What do you like? What do you do? Where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? If you want to be serious with a person, you know, this is from a man's perspective, and I'm sure women will, any smart woman would ask a man those questions on a date. What my wife didn't mention was we were talking within 9 days. We went on our first serious date, and we knew day 9 we're meant to be together. We knew. We were asking ourselves questions.
Yeah.
And those questions just really opened up.
They opened you up.
They opened us up, and we just knew.
Yeah.
Because you can see a person, you can see a woman, be attracted to her, and if you start to find out what her character's like, and it's not what you really, you know, what you're drawn towards, you will pull away. Same thing for a woman. If she sees a guy and, you know, she likes his physical aesthetics and everything, if the guy's character stinks, she's just gonna pull away. Am I lying?
You're not lying, actually, because the gauge for inner beauty is literally how you treat people.
Yeah.
You know, you can see someone's character by how they treat others, because they'll treat themselves nicely, by themselves, blah, blah, blah. But how they treat others, you will see what's coming up from the inside.
This is when I want to ask, probably it's going to be cutting across. Some people say before they choose people, they always have boxes to tick. And they could have a rough of maybe say 10 items that they want to see in a man or a woman. And when these boxes don't go beyond the 50%, they say this is a no.
Okay.
Did you find so many of your boxes ticked when you finally like saw him or talked to him and, you know, got to know him?
You know, one thing I'll say, when I was younger, there was plenty, like 100, when I was younger.
Okay.
But as I grew and matured, I was like, you know what? There's just 2 things really.
Okay.
Is he a God-fearing man? Number 1. Number 2, does he have potential? As in, can I see growth? Can I see him growing? He doesn't have to have plenty of money, because when we grow together, that's the best thing. As I was growing up and going into relationships, I went into some for the wrong reasons. Do you see what I mean? Because he had to have a car, and not just a car, he had to have the recent car, you know, and then he had to have, you know, maybe muscles and, you know. And then after a while it was like, because all of that, you look at it and it's vain. It's literally vain. because some of those people, I'm not saying all men, but some of those men tend to have really bad inner characters. Do you see what I mean? So my husband has both. He's good looking on the outside and on the inside.
I like that. Yeah, you should be drumming your chest like King Kong. Okay, what about for you, Gio?
Right. I'm just going to say this to start with. When the thought of marriage, because initially, I never wanted to get married because I saw very poor examples laid before me, you know, and when you are surrounded by a lot of broken relationships, I'm from a broken home, I'm a product of broken family. And when all your friends are like this and you're reading in the papers about divorces, this one costed the man XYZ millions and all that, man, it just puts it's like, I don't think I want to do that, you know. But I then started to meet one or two couples that were like solid in their marriages, and it gave me a different perspective. But I tell you, the first thing that I learned was this: I had to start working on my character, on me. Because if you're gonna make demands, and people hear this, if you're gonna make demands, if you got your checklist, make sure you too as well. You can check those things off, because if not, fail. Fail, that's the real. You know, a lot of people around me were not great at relationships, and I was honest. My thing is, my faith is a big thing. Yeah, I know I'm covered in tattoos and stuff, but I got my relationship with my maker. And I remember I was on the road on tour with a big artist, and everything, money was there, everything was nice, but I just had that moment where I sat down, I was like, you know what, I suck at relationships. And when I mean it, I'm not saying I was destroying myself or destroying people, but it was like, there's a lot of missing things that I'm seeing with people and myself. And the first thing, because I made a pact with the Most High, as in, if I'm gonna be with a woman, I want you to choose the woman for me. You know the kind of woman I like. She's got to love you first. If not, she'll kill me. So when I did come across women, the first thing I will hear in my head is, do you think she ticks the boxes? And I just get shown their character, and I'm like, you know, just move away.
I'm just going to add to that. You know, because we've been together obviously 14 years.
15 plus, actually.
Okay, 15. Married 14, but together 15, right? Like, what you have to realize is you end up living with the character of the person. So you're not looking at them every morning like, oh, he looks beautiful. No, or she looks beautiful and handsome. It's, you know what, how is he treating me? Does he love me? You know, does he love our children? Do you see what I mean? It's what's coming from the inside that you look at daily, rather than, he's got nice shoes, or he's got a nice car, or he's got nice hair. Nice teeth.
Those things do not.
Those things won't sustain your relationship.
There's just so much more to share on the show, but right now I want us to breathe a little as this lady gives us an explanation of this pink Sprite, what it is made of, all those details, so you can get ordering. As you watch the show, you are drinking as we are drinking as well. Not so? Drinking as we take a break.
Come on. Cheers again.
Cheers. Okay.
So this one on the screen is called Pink Sprite. It's made of Sprite, grenadine syrup, and lime cordial. If you don't have lime cordial, you can also use lemon juice, fresh lemon juice.
Okay, we're still right here, the Glory of Love, Magic One TV, Starlight Coffee Lounge and Apartments. I told you this place is located in Kabalagala. All you do is you take that road that takes you to Muyenga, and before you cross the road that branches off to Chibuli, right on your right hand side is where TTA Complex is. And right on TTA Complex, you're going to find Starlight Coffee Lounge. This is what confuses me the most, because I'm like, okay, so many people end up dumping a couple of years. You said you guys were together for like 1 year before you officially got married.
It's actually quicker.
3 months.
3 months.
3 months, imagine.
3 months.
Now, someone is like, okay, for me to be in position to really choose him, it has to be like 10 years of courtship.
I used to think like that.
Yeah, 10 years is a bit long.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can in the first year or the first couple of months or whatever, you will know.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? You will know, because if I can say my story, before I met my husband, I was in a relationship for 5 years.
Okay.
We were arguing every day. It was toxic. It was actually quite a toxic relationship. So when I meet my husband, the difference was just amazing. He was a breath of fresh air. One of the important things is you need to be on the same wavelength.
Okay.
When you talk to each other, do you have the same goals? Do you have the same desires, as in aspirations? Where do you both see yourself in the future? Do you see what I mean? You will know by the conversations you're having. Okay. So the initial thing you need to be doing is communicating. Talk. Not sex, talk. Do you see what I mean? Talk.
Yeah.
And see where you're at. Because you're going to build, the building starts from there, really. That's how you start to build.
They should think long term, isn't it?
Yeah, think long term.
Yeah.
That's another one right there.
Yeah.
Thinking long term, because the people who come into a relationship and what they are thinking is all tomorrow, today, tomorrow, today.
It's kind of like living from paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
You can't take that mentality. A marriage is not a sprint.
Yeah.
It's a marathon. Till death do you part. For in sickness and in in poverty, in good times, bad times,
yeah.
for better or for worse. What are your vows? The problem is, most people say this, but they don't mean it.
Yeah.
They're not ready for the realness of it. And you know what? Especially, I'm going to speak from the side of men, and I'm not bashing men. It's responsibility. When you decide to take on a woman as your wife, you are responsible, because you're not the head.
Okay.
You're the foundation. You're the foundation where everything is built off.
Okay.
Why do you think you have a lot of gangs today? Because normally the father's not there. Like I said, I'm from a broken home, so I had no dad. So I was a bad kid. My mom tried her best, but there are things that the father's gonna, and I'm not knocking the women. The mother is important. She's very important. She's a nurturer. The man is a teacher. There's things that we boys, when we were boys, we learned from our fathers. If we don't gain this stuff, that's it. Daughters look to their fathers and mothers for specifics. There's stuff that my wife has that I don't have to give our children. I have knowledge to teach. I'm more stern. She is the nurturer. She has things that I can't give. And I have things that she can't give. That's why both parents are needed. But what happens is, if his thing is just unzip my trousers and just birth them, you birth them and birth yourself and shift out, and that's it. You won't last.
Yeah.
This is just a lot. I'm learning so much. I hope so do you guys right there. I want to switch it to you, Jackie. Literally, every guy will be like, okay, fine. We could have the connection, all the other factors constant, but if he doesn't have money, no.
Like I said, it's important to build together. Do you know what I mean? Don't make money your focus. Make growth your focus. As long as your man has potential, he can be anything.
Okay.
Literally, he can be a millionaire in the making. How are you gonna know? How are you gonna know that if you're not, working together?
I like
Do you see what I mean?
I wanted to say, do you hear what Jackie just said? Listen, women, understand this. The man cleaning your table could be the next president. But if your eyes are so shallow, you can't see past your front. You're going to miss out. And then when you see him on TV running the nation, you'll be like saying to your children at that time that this could have been you, your dad.
Exactly.
But you didn't want to know, did you? So that's okay.
Okay, this is where I want us to check the next item. Okay, I want to make it personal this time around. You guys wedded, you started staying together. Let me take you back a little bit before you had children. Did the happiness remain constant? Because someone was telling me, Sugar, every new relationship reaches a point when it begins to drop. There's no more happiness. There's more of blame game, and everybody is looking at fault and fault. How did you maintain the happiness, and how did you forego the faults? How did you find like trying what I always call appreciating, turning your expectations into appreciations?
So what I will say is the first year that we were married, actually, my goodness, we were like, are we actually going to make it? Because we were getting to know each other, but he was coming from a different, like we had to gel. We had to, get to know each other some more, because now we're also living together. Do you see what I mean? So he does things a certain way, I'm doing things a certain way, and we're like, this is not what I thought this would be.
Okay.
But what kept us going was, okay, why did we get into this? Number one. Number two is patience.
With each other.
With a capital P.
Yes.
Patience all the way. You
Okay.
have to be patient with each other.
Because no one's perfect.
No one's perfect.
Everybody has their good sides and their downsides. So you have to learn to work together, right?
And you will think that the grass is greener on, the other side. But then you get there and it's like, I wish I was, where I was before.
Yeah.
So it's like, stick it through, be patient, grow together. We prayed together as well, because we have a, strong belief in our faith. So, but do things that will bring you closer together. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, as our time is really flying super fast, just like I told you earlier on, I'm going to keep Jackie and Gio for 2 episodes. So I want us to rest a little, but before we rest, I'm going to pose this question that I want you to answer when we come back. Most of the times, I like your tattoos, first of all. When someone with tattoos and stuff like that comes to the face of the king, those who are supposed to lead you and guide you most of the times begin by judging you. How did you deal with that, and how did you keep focus, and all that is what I want you to help me break down, because there's somebody out there watching the show looking like you, or probably they admire what you are and they are afraid of being judged. So they will never come close to God in that direction. So that's what I want to do. We are also going to return with our special dish on the table right here. We shall be feasting on it a little bit. You forgive us, we shall be eating right here. But we shall tell you how sweet it is though. And the only thing you can do is to share the same, make your order.
My name is Chef Derek as usual. That is one of our best snacks called the chicken nuggets and beef.
All right, just like I told you earlier on, we've returned eating, chewing, just like you're seeing what is on your screen. Please don't envy us. We didn't make no mistake to be finding tasty stuff like that, but all you're going to do is come to Starlight Coffee Lounge and Apartments. That's where you're going to find extra of that. All right, still with Jackie and Gabriel right here, and I asked a question earlier on, and that's where I want Gabriel to start from.
Listen, at the end of the day, the Most High doesn't judge you. Human beings love to judge.
That's right.
We're very judgmental. Look at her. I bet she does this. Look at him. I bet he does this. So someone like me covered in tattoos is like, oh, what's he lousy, this, that. Don't listen, be comfortable in who you are.
That's it.
The King made you unique, special, and it's all about what's here. Because you know what? Most people, if they wear their characters like the externals, you will run far. So don't watch that. Be confident in who you are. Carry yourself respectfully. Respect yourself. Respect others. Walk with integrity, and the rest is simple.
Jackie, how was it for you and your friends? Because girls always have issues like, okay, I have a boyfriend, I'm the girl, and my girlfriends are judging my boyfriend. They're like, no, this dude will murder you in the house one day. How did you find it?
Wow, for me it was literally, because what I experienced actually is, obviously he's Nigerian, I'm Ugandan, so it was like, oh my gosh, he's Nigerian, the culture, the this. But one thing that stood out to me is, does God approve of him? Do you see what I mean? And speaking to him, we had the same goals, the same values, you know, we understood each other. And I was like, there's nothing stopping us. You know, in terms of culture, we create our own culture. Okay. We take from Uganda, we take from Nigeria, we take a bit from, you know, where we've grown up. We've grown up in the diaspora. Okay. Do you see what I mean? And there's good in everything, everywhere. Yeah. So that's how we grow.
Wow.
God is all you need. It's you, your husband, and God. That's the three-way cord that you need.
No one
really,
else.
Because no one else. You will have people on your wedding day, and you know they'll all come 500, 10, 1,000. But the day after, it's just you two. That's it, and God. So He will help you maintain. God will help you maintain your relationship. We pray together every single day. We read the Bible together every day. You know,
we're not in a church building.
Yeah,
we're not. We are not.
We have a strong relationship with our Creator.
First and foremost.
You know, and that's number one to us.
Now, in the interest of time, this is what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to ask Jackie and Gio to give us take-home messages right now as we wind up on this episode. But I'm coming back with them next Saturday. And actually, I even want us to talk about their musical life as well, because it seems these two have like common interests. And it is one thing that is also holding them together, and how beautiful this is. So we need to look back and be like, okay, me and my spouse, what is that one thing that connects the two of us? Probably I should drop this question back to you and look deep into yourselves. Find out what is that one thing that you two like you share so much. It could be the biggest foundation stone that you're going to need for constructing this relationship. Otherwise, right now, because of time, let me start. They say ladies first. Jackie, take home for my people right now.
Take home. Okay, what I would say, you know, if you're in a relationship, great. Don't think about money, you know, because a lot of the times it's money that comes into, you know, play and destroys relationships. Literally think about how you can build yourselves. You know what I mean? If you're going out, sometimes I do Google how to go out or have fun without money. Okay. You go to the park, you create experiences, you know, you just create experiences, and that's what will stand out more. How the experiences you've had will stand out more than money, to be honest. Okay. You know, money is great to have, but when it's not there, create those experiences.
Get creative.
Yeah, get creative.
Gabriel.
All right. Okay, so I want to say this, yeah. Never turn your back on each other. Always stay engaged. Put it this way. For those of you plant lovers, you have this plant, you've seen it in the shop, you're like, I'm going to buy this plant. You get the plant now. Now you have the perfect plant, right? Okay. What do you do with the plant? Look after it. Nurture it. If you don't look after it, it will wither away and die. That's like a relationship. If you don't tend to it, give time and attention. I'm not saying don't do anything with your life. Do stuff with your life, but at least check in with each other, make sure everything is kosher. Okay. You don't turn your back and say, okay, I haven't got time, I'm so busy, I'm not going to breathe. No.
That is out of the order, right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, even the Baganda say, like, you will not have a good banana plant if you don't take care of it.
Yeah. Right.
It's literally what you talked about.
Right.
This is how far we're going to come for today. I hope you've really gotten so much from what they have said. Feel free to comment, drop your 2 cents about the whole situation. But just like I promised you, Gio, Jackie, back next Saturday. Come on.